I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Hey everybody, this is Jason Dean with the Joe Blow Movie Network. I love it when an actor gets to play one of their well-known characters in a completely separate movie. If you ask me, that's way better than just an actor cameo. So let's count down our top 10 movie character cameos. At number 10 is Doc Brown from Back to the Future, seen here in the 1800s, which is where he was in Back to the Future 3. See, it makes sense. However, sadly, they used this fantastic character cameo in an extremely poor movie like A Million Ways to Die in the West. Great idea, but we could have picked a better movie to do it in.
Weather experiment.
Oh.
Great Scott!
At number 9 is Michael Keaton reprising his role of Ray Nicolette from the film Jackie Brown. He shows up briefly as the same character in the movie Out of Sight just a year later. Tarantino actually insisted he play the same role in both movies, even though the movie studios were not actually related. It's a bizarre story that takes longer to explain than I have here, but it's definitely worth checking out on your own.
I see that. Tell me, Ray, do you ever wear one that says undercover? No?
At number 8 is two guys that show up in Scream 3 that had no business being there. It's Jay and Silent Bob who pop up in this scene as themselves with no reference to anything other than just them being themselves, but somehow in the Scream universe, just taking a tour of a studio set and hassling women with no explanation on why they were there.
I think she likes me, man. See how she's looking at me?
Number 7 is an awesome movie with a double joke of sorts in it. Charlie Sheen plays Topper Harley in Hot Shots Part 2 and ends up passing by his father Martin Sheen playing his character Captain Willard from Apocalypse Now. Even stranger than that, they both starred in Wall Street together, which makes their characters passing dialogue even crazier.
I loved you in Wall Street!
It's no secret that Star Wars has all kinds of little Easter eggs throughout the franchise. At number 6, E.T. and a few others like him had a small cameo in The Phantom Menace. I think most Star Wars fans know this by now, but if you didn't happen to know this, I'm going to zoom in for you to get the best look at him that you can. It's definitely a blink and you miss it scene. Ghostbusters is kind of a hot topic right now for a variety of reasons, not the least of which is the new all-female incarnation coming out later this year. However, as far as I know, this may be the only time we see Dan Aykroyd's character Ray Stantz in a movie outside of the original two. He shows up here briefly in Casper from 1995.
Who you gonna call? Someone else.
Alien is a classic sci-fi film for the ages, and one of the most iconic scenes is the chest-burster moment during the crew dinner. Of course, the alien emerges from John Hurt, who played the famous character Kane. And all in good fun, Hurt reprises the role of Kane in the hilarious sci-fi spoof movie Spaceballs. Check him out here at number 4.
Waitress! Waitress! What did he order?
Oh, he had a special.
That's what I ordered! I changed my order to the soup! Good move.
Oh no, not again.
At number 3, we have an extremely well-known character who pops up in 2 different movies as himself. Robert Patrick played the near-invincible T-1000 liquid metal Terminator in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. He was asked to play him again as a spoof in Wayne's World, seen here, and he is spot on.
Have you seen this boy?
The other movie he reprised the role in was Last Action Hero, but boy is this an extremely small role. In fact, I'm going to rewind it for you here so you can catch it again. The Transporter series was a fun one, and I hated to see Jason Statham give it up to move on to other things. But even though he left the series, he couldn't leave the character. In a stroke of genius, Michael Mann had him show up in this brief cameo at the beginning of the movie to deliver a bag to Tom Cruise as the villain in Collateral, here at number 2.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, mate. Don't worry about it.
You all right?
Enjoy LA.
And our number 1 is a highly underappreciated movie, at least in my opinion. If you have never seen Loaded Weapon, you really need to do so. It's hilarious and very underrated as far as spoof movies go. And who better to spoof themselves in it than Bruce Willis as John McClane? This is a hilarious scene, and it definitely shows the comedic delivery that Willis was so capable of before he became an action hero.
What the hell are you doing?
Is this 1014 Pacific Coast Highway?
Huh?
1014 Pacific Coast Highway!
No! This is 814 Pacific Coast Highway! 1014's 2 blocks up that way!
Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah! No problem! No problem!
So there's our favorite movie character cameos. Tell us down below your favorite entry on the list, or maybe one that we forgot. I'm Jason Dean for the Joe Blow Movie Network, and thanks for watching.